what you are here to do. Do it. Do not stop. Do not allow yourself to be silenced anymore. Do not allow yourself to be put down anymore. Shine your light. Don't play small anymore. Radiate the light. Hello Soul Tribe, hello Soul Family, welcome to this channel where we heal and integrate, because consciousness is the new frontier. We are healing, removing distorted perceptions from our psyche. We are integrating, remembering the truth of who we are, and who we are is the divine human spirit, connected to God, connected to life, connected to each other, connected to all that is. Welcome. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share these videos with kindred spirits. All right. So thank you so much for joining me on this transmission. Today we are going to talk about this war between the empaths and the narcissists. And let's face it, we all know that it's not really a war between empaths and narcissists. It's really narcissists who are waging war against empaths. And then right after we have discussed this war, I just want to share with you tools, very important tools that have to do with how to defeat the narcissists in this war. All right, because we need to understand that our victory has already been guaranteed. It doesn't matter what happens in the physical plane. It doesn't matter. If we do what we need to do, if we do what we are here to do, we would have overcome. We would have played our part. We would have still gotten our victory. We are victorious. We are more than conquerors because of the Christ essence, which is the stream of life, which is the source of life. All right, we've already overcome. Once again, don't take this personally, don't take this religiously. This has everything to do with the divine source of life. We are practicing spirituality here, and that form of spirituality has to do with, the religion of love. This is, the religion of love, of truth that has to do with ascendance. You understand? That has to do with transcendence. That has to do with the transmutation of darkness into light. All right. So that's the form of spirituality that we are practicing here. So that means whatever religion you could be coming from, whatever spiritual group you could be part of, you are still welcome here. Okay, so when you hear me saying Christ and God and all of that, it doesn't mean that we are against Allah. It doesn't mean that we are against the Buddha. It doesn't mean we are against Krishna or Shiva or any of those people. We love those people. We love the ascended masters. All right, so you are all welcome here. Every light worker, star seed, empath, INFJ, everyone that serves the light, every seeker of truth is welcome here. Okay, so I just needed to make that clear. So I'm going to be sharing those tools with you towards the end of this video, so that you can understand how is it that we can step into that victory that Jesus Christ has already won for us. All right, because it doesn't matter what religion you are part of. Jesus Christ has saved your life as well. Okay, Jesus Christ has saved you as well. And this salvation is not the same salvation that you often see, portrayed in, the religious circles. And there's nothing wrong with that, salvation as well. It's also good. It's also important for those that are part of that particular stream, because everyone will have their own unique path through which they connect with the divine. So if you are those people that are born again Christians, that's still fine. But the person that does not practice that born again type of Christianity, there's nothing wrong with your form of Christianity, okay? And Jesus Christ still saved you too. You understand? We need to be clear about that. And I know Christians might get a little bit angry with me about that, but here's the thing. If you're that kind of Christian that is going to have a problem with everything that I'm saying here, then you are not supposed to be here, because this is not for you. You understand? Here we are, this space is for conscious Christians, Christian mystics. You understand? Those that have not allowed religion to confine them. Those are the Christians that we are working with here. But if you are the kind of Christian that, will see this kind of content as demonic, then this is not for you. You are welcome to, switch to another channel. All right. So let's make that clear. But everyone else that is okay, and also those people whom I was really talking to, if you are not, a Christian, just know that just because you are not, a born again Christian doesn't mean Jesus Christ did not die for you too. Jesus Christ died for you. Jesus Christ died for humanity. Jesus Christ had to die to bring about this ascension that we are all going through right now. You understand? So that victory has already been won on your behalf. For all of us, that victory has already been won. So I'll be sharing those tools with you as to how you can tap into that victory for yourself. And then you are welcome to comment down below, add your own suggestions with regards to, or add your own tools with regards to how to step into that victory that Christ has already won for us. Okay, so let's talk about this 7 points that I've noted with regards to this war that is currently taking place between narcissists and empaths. So number 1, narcissists are the ones that are waging this war, as I have previously mentioned. Okay, so narcissists are literally, going out looking for empaths and trying to destroy them in whatever way that they can. And this doesn't mean that you need to panic as an empath. You understand? You don't need to panic because, once again, Christ has already won this victory. It doesn't matter how powerful narcissists are. They can be, in charge of the world. They can be, presidents. They can be whatever it is that they can be. They are still fourth dimensional creatures. They could have a whole military. They could kill us for all we know. You understand? It doesn't matter. They are still not as powerful as God is. And so we are not, going to be trying to latch on to staying alive, but then not really living. You understand? We are here to live and to be alive. And that's what we are going to do. Because we are here to represent a living being. That's what we are here to do. So we are not going to be afraid of lower fourth dimensional entities and human beings, because there is a God who created them. And the one that created them is the one that we serve. And that one is more powerful than them. Okay, so narcissists are waging this war against empaths. They are seeking you out to get into a relationship with you, to initiate you into a lower timeline. They are seeking you out to, basically plant seeds of despair in your life, to sabotage you in whatever way that they can, to cause harm in whatever way that they can in your life. You understand? They are doing that. And if you've encountered narcissists in your life, you know what I'm talking about. All right. They are waging this war. I mean, you woke up one day and found yourself in the middle of a war that you were not even aware of. And you realize, oh my word, this war has been going on my whole entire life and I was not even aware of it. And you've been protected by the divine the whole time. But it's time to wake up and to consciously play your part in this war. There's no running away from it. All right. In order for us to, move forward with our ascension, we are going to have to face the war that we are, dealing with right now. We are going to have to be aware of it. We are going to have to deal with that reality, because that's how we are able to transcend this lower and very dark timeline that we are in right now. Because, our tools of war as light workers are not the same tools as the tools that the dark forces of life are using. All right. But the narcissists are the ones that are really engaging in this war. And it's understandable why narcissists are waging war against empaths. Empaths are here to bring the light. They are here to dissolve darkness. They are here to do away with a dark timeline. Okay. And so because we are here to do away with a dark timeline, of course, those that are benefiting from the darkness are not going to be happy with those that are bringing the light. You understand? So it's understandable. It's not right. It's not fair. And it's really crazy. It's evil. It's demonic. But it is what it is. You understand? Narcissists need to keep humanity in a very, very dark timeline because that's their only way of surviving. Remember, narcissists are host to demonic entities of the lower astral plane. And so because they are hosts, and yes, we've all had demonic attachment and we all experience demonic attachments from time to time. But here we're talking about human beings within whom dark entities have permanent residence. You understand? So they need to destroy anything that is light, because if human beings begin to be free, begin to become aware of what's going on, and begin to become sovereign and, autonomous and liberated, then that takes away their power and their control. And then how are they going to feed? How are they going to feed off of humanity? You understand? So that's why they need to destroy the people that are bringing about this ascension. Okay. So that's point number one. Point number two, narcissists have been in charge of the world. All right. This is why all of a sudden, it's like all of these stories are just popping up about all these powerful people, these people in positions of power, the celebrities and everyone, and all of those type of people. And even in your life, it's like you woke up one day to realize, oh my word, all these people that have been having around me that I thought they were my friends, people that I loved, the whole time I thought they were for me. I thought they were helping me. I thought they loved me. Only to find out that, no, these people were actually trying to destroy me the whole time. And then with celebrities, it's like the one that's coming to mind right now is this one that's called America's Next Top Model or something like that. Tara Banks, participants, who were part of that whole Next Top Model competition. And they are coming out and they are talking about all these horrible things that they experienced from that show. And they're not the only ones, we are all waking up to realize that, oh my word, these people were actually enduring abuse. These people that have been in charge of us this whole time have been very abusive the whole time, but we were not seeing it. That whole time as they were doing those things, we were not seeing that they were being abusive. And even they themselves, they were not seeing, many of them, they were not intentionally being abusive. Many of them are not necessarily, narcissists themselves. But because we were living in a dark era, in a dark phase, where the light was completely switched off, we were not seeing all these evil things for what they are. We were seeing them differently. We thought, you have to learn, we thought they were just being stringent. We thought, they are just being strict and disciplinarian, and, it's just a competition. This is what happens in the competition, and all of that. We were not realizing that these people were actually damaging people's psyches with everything that they were doing. And of course, many of us also woke up to realize that the corporate world is very toxic. That's why many people left the corporate world, since 2020. Because, and many of us, of course, did not even want to leave the corporate world. We only left because things had gotten so toxic that we knew that we were either going to die hanging on to that paradigm, or we had to, leave that world for the sake of our well-being. And many of us, of course, our guides literally made it impossible for us to remain in those spaces because we had to answer the call. But the point here is that there are so many things that have been so dark for a very, very long time that we were not aware of because we were under the authority of a very dark force. We were going through a dark age. And so because we were going through a dark age, darkness was normal. And narcissists were just being narcissists. They were just being themselves the whole time. And they were in charge and they were in control. And no one was questioning them. No one had the guts to even stand up to a narcissist this whole time. Because, everything about what they were doing was normal because it was a dark timeline. And then came 2012 and then came 2020. And it became very clear that, we've been dancing with toxicity this whole time. That a lot of human beings are very toxic right now. And don't buy into the statistic that says it's only 1%. Between myself and Dr. Northam, I forgot what is her name. Is it Christine Northam? I forgot her name. But, she says 1 out of 5 people are narcissistic or toxic. I agree with her because in my observation, that's what I've seen. All right. So narcissists, because they operate in the shadows, they need to be hidden because the minute they become exposed, that destroys them. Because remember, you are dealing with demonic entities and they cannot be exposed. They can't stand the light. So the minute you expose them, they become dismantled. All right. So they've been operating in the shadows the whole time. And because we were living in a shadowy paradigm, in a very dark paradigm, they were free to do anything and be anything and to just be themselves. No one had a problem with it. It was normal, how they were behaving. You understand? Because that was their paradigm. But now they're getting exposed. And because they're getting exposed, things are getting a little bit chaotic around the world, isn't it? But that's what's happening right now. And so they are doing everything in their power to hang on to this control that they've been having over humanity this whole time. You understand? They've been keeping humanity in a state of depression, darkness, anxiety, sickness, calamity, poverty, everything that is horrible and evil, so that the vibrational frequency of the planet can be very low, because that's how they're able to feed off of them. So here we're not talking about some aliens far away in some corner there, even though that aspect is still part of the whole thing. But we're talking about human beings, and likely they are part of your family as well. Every family has their own little narcissist, or 2 or 3 or even 4. Some families is a whole group of narcissists. Okay. And all of these people, they have been feeding from the toxicity of the world. And now it's a problem because now humanity is waking up, and it's the empaths' fault. Okay. The empaths are the ones that are bringing about this conscious awakening. So narcissists are not happy with empaths for that reason. Okay. So narcissists will keep trying to fight with empaths. But understand this. Understand this. We are serving the creator of this world. And not only is God the creator of the world, but he's the creator of everything that exists. The creator of the entire universe. So he's much more powerful than these demonic entities called narcissists. All right. And so we do not have to be afraid. We do not have to embrace the spirit of fear. It does not matter what they do. You can touch the flesh. You can never touch the spirit. We are way more than all that the narcissists have. The narcissists of this world, all that they have is this world. All that they have is this material things that they've accumulated for themselves. That's why they are hanging and clutching to it so tightly. That's why they are doing everything in their power to just keep, hanging on to it, because that's all they have to their disposal. That's all the power they have. It's the materialistic stuff. They've got nothing beyond that. And the demonic forces in the lower astral plane, that's all they have. Beyond that, they've got nothing. You understand? And even with all those things that they have, they still need our energy to be funneled into those dark projects of theirs to be able to keep those things going. So we will not be afraid of them. We will call on the name of Jesus Christ. We will call on the name of Krishna. We will call on the name of Allah. We will call on the name of God. All right. And we will dispatch all the archangels that we need to dispatch. We will do whatever it is that needs to be done. But we are not going to be pushed into a corner by some dark, twisted, demonic entities. Who are they? They are not God. They did not create us. They did not create humanity. They did not create humanity. Okay, so we are not going to be afraid of them. Number 3, it is a spiritual war. Okay, it is a spiritual war. This war between empaths and narcissists is a spiritual war. Do not be deceived by all this, psychological this and that. It's psychological this and that is okay, is important, it has its place, whatever. But we are not going to just buy into that diminishing of it. That trivializing of this whole narcissism pandemic. We are not going to play into that. We're not going to buy into it. We see what's going on here. It is a spiritual war. And the thing is this about that, this narcissist, they are not just targeting anyone. They are targeting light workers. They won't just go for any, they are going for people that are here to bring the light. They are going for empaths, star seeds, chosen ones. They are looking for them because they are mercenaries. They are murderers. They are soldiers of the so-called dark matrix or false matrix or the matrix or whatever you want. They are soldiers of that era, of that energy, of that spirit, of that unconsciousness They are soldiers of it. And their responsibility is to maintain the order within the matrix and the dark matrix, right? And that order is a chaotic order, is a destructive order, is a low vibrational frequency order. This is what they are here to maintain on this planet. And they maintain it by getting rid of empaths. They maintain it by destroying empaths. All right, so that's what's really going on here. It's a spiritual war. They will make it look like it's not a spiritual war. They will try and even explain it from an academic perspective, only purely academic and intellectual perspective, and intellectualize it and all of that. No, do not be deceived. It is a spiritual thing. They are here for the kill. They are here to make sure that the light does not come onto this planet, but they are too late, because when the light comes on, the light comes on. You cannot help it. You cannot change it. You cannot change that. Okay, so it's a spiritual war. Please understand that it is a spiritual. If you are dealing with a narcissist in your life, just know that it's a spiritual war. It's not, just something where you are dealing with someone who is broken only and all of that. There's that aspect to it. Okay, but beyond all of those surface level stuff, it's a spiritual warfare. There are demons that are trying to get rid of you, or at least prevent you from shining the light. Demons that are trying to shut you up. They will pretend. Narcissists like to pretend they don't get these things. Narcissists like to pretend they don't understand what's going on here. Narcissists like to play innocent, because that's how they get away with all sorts of evil. That's how they get to do the things that they're doing. But I promise you, all of that is just pretending. They are pretending they don't know. They like to play dumb. Don't buy into it. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and we are onto them. All of us, the light workers, all the star seeds, and the host of heavenly beings that are helping us right now, they are onto them. There's no getting away. There's no running away. It's that time now for them to account. And instead of, accounting, what they're doing is they're trying to wage a war against empaths. That last kick of a dying horse is what they're doing. All right, but it's futile. Whatever it is that they're doing is futile, because the light has already come on. Their era has come to an end. The age of evil, the age of darkness is gone. We are now in the age of Aquarius, in the age of light, in the age of ascension. We are now accessing the 5th dimension. There's nothing they can do about it. They can do whatever gimmicks they want to do, but they cannot stop the light from shining. And the light will dissolve them. Number 4. This is a war between darkness and light. That war where the forces of light, they are doing what the forces of light are doing, which is never malevolent. But the forces of darkness are doing what the forces of darkness, always do, which is very malevolent, which is very dark and demonic and evil. Okay, but that's that war. So when you see an empath and a narcissist fighting, don't think it's just people fighting because of a relationship squabble. Don't think it's people fighting, because narcissists will like to make it look like that. The narcissist will like to make it look like, no, we're just having a fight as a couple. No, we're just having a fight in a relationship, or we are having a fight in a business or whatever. No, that's not what it is. It's a fight. It's a war between dark and light. And the narcissist is attacking the empath because the empath is shining the light, and the narcissist is trying to dim the light of the empath by trying to trigger the empath and to lower the vibrational frequency of the empath into that lower timeline. All right, that's what's really going on here. Okay, so it doesn't matter how much they try to convince themselves or convince everyone. As long as you know what you know, you know what you know. No one can take that knowledge and that knowing away from you. You understand? So keep that knowledge. It is what it is. And as an empath, you know what's going on. You see it at work, those toxic people that you are dealing with. Okay, those unexplainable toxic experiences that you keep having, and even in your relationships, it's a war between dark and light. That's what it is. Don't try and, sugarcoat it or try and look at it in some other, via some other angle. It is what it is. It's a war between dark and light. Number 6, it's the war for the soul of humanity. All right. Because, empaths are here to serve the Christ essence, to bring about their own liberation. And because, we've got the codes within us that also, liberate the rest of humanity, because every human being is a part of the whole. Every human being is a microcosm of the macrocosm. And so because of that, as an empath, every time you are raising the vibrational frequency within yourself, just minding your own business, you are raising the vibrational frequency of the planet as well, because that creates a trickle effect. And it's even more supercharged because you are an empath. You understand? And so, with that being the case, you are setting humanity free without being aware of it. You understand? You're not doing it in your intellect and you're not doing it yourself. It is the Christ force, the Christ essence within you. That energy, that frequency of love, of peace, of harmony, of connection, that frequency is the one that's doing the work. And so narcissists have a problem with that, because as long as the vibrational frequency is high, they cannot feed. And they are feeding off of the soul of humanity, the soul essence of humanity, the energy of humanity. They are feeding off of it. Okay, so it's the war for that. So it's a war where you are fighting to free humanity, even if you are doing it unconsciously or unintentionally. That's what you are doing if you're an empath. And then here are these dark forces that are trying to keep humanity prisoner. They are fighting to keep humanity there in a state of negativity. You understand? So negative people in your life, all the negative people in your life, beware of them. Number 7, it's the war to end all wars. Okay, this is the final war. When it comes to the Third World War, we're not just looking at countries fighting against countries, even though that's possible. Even though some nuclear disaster is also possible and probably highly imminent. The reality here is that the war, that is the Third World War, has been waging all this time. All right, especially since 2012. It started way before then, but especially since 2012. All right, this war has been waging. Okay, it's the Third World War, the war to end all wars. Okay, it's the war, it's the Third World War. That's that war where, these two opposing forces are just, at odds with each other like that. And this is that war between empaths and narcissists. And the interesting thing about it is that, to the most part, but in the next few years, it's not going to be invisible anymore. But up to so far, that war has been invisible because, that's how narcissists want to keep it. Because if the rest of humanity was aware of the nature of this war, then it was going to be very easy, how to put an end to it, isn't it? But narcissists don't want humanity to become aware of the nature of this war because, of course, that's the end to them. So what they do is they try and disguise this war with all other wars. They try to create wars between countries. They try to create wars between people. And as I mentioned previously, if it's happening within a family and all of that, they will be saying things like, no, it's just politics or whatever. No. Or no, it's just, a couple fighting or whatever. No, that's not what it is. It's a war between light and darkness, and it's actually part of the Third World War. So humanity is at war with itself at the present moment. That's why there's a war between genders. There's a war between races. There's a war between nations, countries, and so forth. There's a war between, different groups of people because of their different opinions and beliefs and cultures and all sorts of things like that. Everyone seems to be fighting with everyone about everything. The reason why that is happening is because we are actually in the middle of a war, the Third World War. And this war is the war between light and darkness. That's what it is. All right. So this is that war. Those are those 7 points that I wanted to just bring to your attention. So now how do we put an end to this war? And well, how do we fight this war so that we can bring it to an end as empaths? Number 1, We want to heal and integrate because our weapons of war are different from the weapons of war or tools of war that the dark forces of life are using. You understand? So the first step is to heal and integrate, to heal every wound within us that is manifesting itself. To heal as much as possible, because the more we are healing ourselves, the more we are healing humanity as well, and we are carving that path for humanity to also, take a step towards its own healing and ascension journey. All right. And then we want to put up the armor of God. So that here we are talking about psychic protection. All right. So you want to begin to implement as much psychic protection as you need to implement. You need to begin to apply discernment in your life, to begin to be aware of the people that are in your life and the role that they are playing. What energy are they, generating in your space? Are they generating a low vibrational frequency, or are they generating a high vibrational frequency? All right. And then you need to call things out for what they are without fighting, if you need to literally be confrontational, if that's necessary, you will do that. You don't necessarily need to take that, approach as a first step. What you need to do is just to, you can still politely call things out for what they are. You understand? But you are no longer going to negotiate with toxicity. You are no longer going to play with toxicity. You are no longer going to make friends with toxicity. You're not going to tiptoe around toxicity. You are not going to be trying to, appease toxicity in any way. You're going to be shining your light radiantly. And you're going to be applying your discernment so that you can see the people that are in your life, those that you need to get rid of. You will need to get rid of them, because right now, the level of desperation that the dark forces of life are operating at, they will do anything to cause havoc in your life. All right. So you don't want to be keeping them around just so that they can destroy you. Okay. You will have to get rid of a lot of people in your life. All right. You will have to get rid of a lot of things in your life. Okay. Because some of the things, or many of the things that you might even be having, are not, serving a higher purpose in your life. They're actually, causing your own demise. Especially people. And, maybe certain mental habits as well. All right. So you're going to be doing all of that, but you are addressing those mental habits via the healing and integration work. Okay. And so you'll be applying discernment. So let me just go through those points again. You are healing and integrating. You are applying discernment, number 2. You are applying psychic protection. That's number 3. Which is, putting on the armor of God and all of those things. And you will apply psychic protection according to your particular spiritual practice or religion or all those things. All right. Number 4, you are going to be practicing boundaries or implementing boundaries. All right. So basically, you are raising your vibrational frequency in that way. You are taking yourself out of the realm where you are accessible to this lower dimensional entities. You understand? So those are the 4 things that you will be doing. Okay, so to bring the 5th element, which is really still part of psychic protection, you're going to be praying. However, whatever prayer is to you, according to your particular, spiritual practice, religion, and so on, you're going to be applying that. You understand? You're going to be praying. Why do you need to be praying? Because you are casting demons. And if you need to be casting demons, cast them. Cast out demons in your space. Go ahead and do it. All right. It might look like nothing is happening on the surface. I promise you something is happening in the spirit realm. Okay. That's what you're going to be doing. That's how you raise the vibrational frequency. You're not going to be hating anyone. You're not going to be angry at people. You're going to be healing and transcending all of that. Let me add the 6th element to this. You're going to be forgiving. You're going to be practicing forgiveness. Okay. I have a video here that speaks to how to win World War III. I hope in the public domain on here on YouTube. If it's not, just, comment down below and ask me to put it up, and I'll put it up for you. How to win World War III. Okay. Forgiveness is very important, because the lower forces of life want to keep you. That's why they're constantly baiting you and tripping you up and doing all sorts of negative things against you. It's because they're trying to get you to that state where you are, angry, you are bitter, you are sad. And so you overcome all of that with forgiveness. You forgive every thought, you forgive every emotion. The whole day, you just keep saying, I forgive every thought, I forgive every emotion. I forgive every... Why? You are forgiving things before they even happen. You understand? You are dismantling them before they even do anything, so that they have no power against you when they come at you. You understand? So you practice forgiveness, because narcissists will betray you deliberately, because they know that, betrayal is one of those difficult things that are hard to overcome. So you keep practicing forgiveness, so that even when you find that someone is betraying you, or they're doing all sorts of demonic things in your space, you know that that thing does not have that much power over you. You understand? So that's number 6, practicing forgiveness. Okay, so and then you're going to just be, remaining in a state of love. You're going to be practicing love. And then number 7, you're going to be radiating the light like no one's business. Okay, you are going to be radiating the light like no one's business. This is now not a time to be hiding in the shadows anymore. You're going to be shining. Bona, right now, this is that time when you say to the devil, do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm going to shine this light. So that when you have to confront me and deal with me, you are not going to be dealing with me. You will be dealing with the God that I serve. Yes, you will have your superficial, surface level reasons for why it is that you are attacking me, because narcissists know how to trap you in the third dimension, because they know how to manipulate these laws here in this, third dimension and the lower astral plane. So they will do whatever it is that they will do that will somehow come across as if they are justified in mistreating you, or in, putting you in certain kinds of, precarious and strange positions. Don't buy into it. Just keep shining and radiating the light. Do what you are here to do. Do it. Do not stop. Do not allow yourself to be silenced anymore. Do not allow yourself to be put down anymore. Shine your light. Don't play small anymore. Radiate the light. All right, radiate the light. Okay, so those are those 7 things. All right, and don't find yourself, beating yourself up simply because your vibrational frequency dropped, because some demonic human being, stepped on your toes and so on, and now your vibrational frequency is low. No, the minute your vibrational frequency drops, maybe you feel bad, you feel negative or depressed or whatever. Don't attack yourself for that. Continue in love. Love and comfort yourself out of that funk. All right. Love and heal yourself out of that funk. Don't attack yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't criticize yourself. All right. Love yourself. Love is the medicine. Love is the healer. All right. So the more we practice these 7 tools that I mentioned, the more we're going to raise the vibrational frequency of the planet, and the more narcissists are going to find themselves in such an uncomfortable position that they're going to be faced with a choice whether they're going to heal and integrate or not. And many narcissists are not going to embrace or accept that, invitation. So they'll have to deal with their own karma, because they refuse to deal with their karma in this particular lifetime. Whatever opportunity that has been offered to them in this particular lifetime, they rejected it. So they'll have an opportunity to, deal with that in another timeline where we will not be there. So basically that's that, Soul Tribe, Soul Family. Those are the tools that I wanted to share with you with regards to this war between light and darkness, the war between, empaths and narcissists. And I'm looking forward to reading your comments down below with regards to how is it that you've observed the war, and what tools would you like to share with us that have to do with, overcoming this darkness. So basically we overcome by not engaging in the war. All right, that's how we do it. We are not engaging in the war at all. We basically, the only time we engage is when a narcissist is literally coming there and we're like, stop it. Kind of. We're like, yay, stop it. Just stop it. Right there. You stop it right there. You stop it right now. That's the only time we sort of are engaging with, these dark forces. They are the ones that are doing this war. They are the ones that are waging this war. We are not playing in that space. We are transcending this darkness where, everything has always been a war, a battle, a struggle, a strife. Everything is always against each other. In this particular paradigm, we are moving to a better one where there is more peace and harmony. All right. So narcissists would like to keep you trapped in the paradigm of war. They want you to fight with them. They want you to engage in a tug of war with them, because that's how they get to feed off of your energy. Don't entertain them. All right. And it doesn't matter, whatever gimmicks they try, it doesn't matter whatever little tantrums they throw. Don't buy into it. Okay. Just know that, you and them are on a completely different trajectory. Okay. You are healing and integrating. They, to the most part, will always be narcissists. You understand? Unless they decide to change, unless there's some kind of a special intervention. If there's no intervention, they'll just remain where they are. You understand? So don't buy into them. Don't be deceived by anything that they are doing. Thank you so much, Soul Tribe, Soul Family, for spending time with me on this transmission. Remember, consciousness is the new frontier. Until next time, namaste.